Installing your Halo sign-in system. You will need the head unit, the hinged arm, 2-part mounting adapter, metal washer, and the set of keys. There are also 8 silver screws and 4 black screws. You will also need the following tools: a drill, 12mm drill bit, a small drill bit for pilot holes, a screwdriver, and a pencil. Start by placing the mounting adapter where you want the system to go. Add the hinged arm and carefully place the head unit on top to get an idea of what it will look like. If you're happy with the positioning, remove the head unit, the hinged arm, and the cover plate from the mounting adapter. Ensure the mounting base is positioned correctly and use a pencil to mark the 4 screw holes around the mounting adapter. If you plan on taking the power cable through the desk, mark the large circle in the centre. Next, using your small drill bit, drill pilot holes on the 4 outer marks. If you don't want to take the cable through the surface you're installing on, you can route the cable through this notch in the bottom of the mounting adapter. If you are taking the cable through the surface you're attaching to, drill a 12mm hole in the centre where you marked earlier. Now get the hinged arm and the 2-part mounting adapter along with 4 of the silver screws. Slide the top collar of the mounting kit onto the bottom of the hinged arm as shown here. Next, line up the screw base with the 4 holes on the bottom of the hinged arm. If you're running the cable along the surface as opposed to through the desk, make sure the notch is pointing in the correct direction. Thread the 4 silver screws through the mounting adapter onto the hinged arm and then tighten them up with a screwdriver. If you're taking your power cable through your mounting surface, take the iPad end of the cable and feed it up through the 12mm hole. Next, take your hinged arm and feed the cable through the bottom and out the top. If you're running your power cable along the surface, make sure to place the power cable into the grooves under the mounting adapter base. Give yourself around 25 to 30 centimeters of spare cable coming out the top of the hinged arm. To mount the arm to the desk, use the 4 black screws. Slide the cover plate up the hinged arm and slide the screws through the holes in the base and line them up with the holes in your work surface. Then, just use your screwdriver to tighten down the screws. To mount the head unit, pick which side you want the lock to be positioned. Unless there are any physical restrictions, we recommend installing the lock on the right-hand side. Feed the cable through the hole in the centre of the head unit. Next, take the metal washer and feed the cable through it. Now, take the 4 remaining silver screws and screw through the washer and the head unit into the hinged arm below. Once everything is tight, the head unit should move up and down as shown here. To install your iPad, take the key and place it into the lock. Turn the key about 1/4 of a turn clockwise and then return it to its starting position. You should hear a click when the lock opens. Remove the metal faceplate by lifting it up from the lock side. Position the cable around one of the blue rubber corner pieces and plug it into the iPad. Place the iPad into the holder and make sure the cable is plugged in at the opposite end to the lock as shown here. Now, place the metal faceplate back onto the head unit. These 2 hook shapes slot into the 2 receivers on the head unit. Line up the metal faceplate at around a 45-degree angle, then lower it down until it's flush with the head unit. Push in the metal pin on the lock to ensure everything is secure. Finally, take your power brick and plug the other end of the cable into it and connect it to mains power. The install of your Halo sign-in system is now complete.